Alright, so I was able to get the win against Minimal, which means I have the final boss Croma to defeat before I get a rematch against Kaz. Looks like Croma just sent me their code. Let's go ahead and get that going. Um, I don't know much about Croma as a player. I don't think I've played too many games against Croma, if any. So I am going to lead with my standard Jane Cap Wendell, and we'll see how this goes. Good luck, Croma. Looks like a very similar team, actually. Someone that can build battery and protect Wendell. Looks like between Kaiben and Jane, Sayla's not going to do too much, but is good to keep in the back against Botazu and Zale. The opposing Jane, not too worried about because I have a bunch of emotional attacks. Tazu would be a decent lead from them, so would their Zale. Either way, I think my Zale is just fine. Okay, pretty standard Tazu lead here. I'm going to start timer. I want to say from a previous match, I feel like they had a special item on Tazu. I can't remember what it was. I'm just going to go ahead and lead off with the Peck. Peck into Shriek is guaranteed against Tazu here. I don't care about pop-ups. I never even try to clear them. I can just go for my Shriek. Nothing else like switching into it, so this is guaranteed KO here onto Chroma's Tazu. Some other things to keep in the back of my head. If I get a stunning speed drop onto Kaiban, it means that my Jane can outspeed. Maledictor. Okay. That's a cool lead. So I guess Wendell probably comes in and takes advantage of my defense drop. Especially if it's Hotshot Wendell. Chroma maybe not expecting Tazu to go down there, but didn't really have a great switch in otherwise. I do think Wendell would come in here to take advantage of the defense drop. If he does, and he does, I have the tiebreaker token. They have a battery advantage. Somehow have a battery advantage here. Let's see. I actually like... Yeah, let's bring in Grace here. I'll give Wendell a stunning speed drop and not have to worry about the tiebreaker token for the rest of the game. That's fine, I'm okay losing my lucky pendant. That won't do too much damage. I'm at risk here of a Flourish snub, potentially. Because of that, I think Sayla is a fine switch. I really don't want them to snub me into Jane and then get another free hit. Kaiban comes in against Sayla, that's fine. What does Kaiban do against me though? I don't expect him to go for Admire, so I think Zale's actually a fine switch. Again, I don't care too much about pop-ups. I plan to clear and win the game before that becomes too relevant with this team. So Zale can come in on Kaiban and go for a Fireworks, get me back up to speed with the battery gain. Okay, looks like does go for an Admire. Okay, can get the memory locket onto Kaiban. Was not expecting the Admire there. Maybe expected me to switch. But what to switch to now? again, I could get the speed drop onto Kaiban and outspeed with Jane later. So I'm going to go for that now. I'll take the 10 from pop-ups here. I do go down to Admire, but I think if I can get a peck in, it lets Wendell come in and kind of clean up the game from here. Okay, peck. Admire, yep. So the question now is Wendell able to do enough to Kaiban? And the answer is yes with Bribe. That will get me my battery, it'll get me my hotshot boost. And I think that will be game from there. So Bribe is enough. We'll trust the damage calc on this one. There's no parry available, no priority available with Kaiban. I got the stunning drop onto Wendell, which means I outpace guaranteed with my own Wendell. Croma, not too sure what to do here, knows that Wendell's not a safe switch in. Chooses to preserve that captain plan, which I agree with, but I don't know that it's going to be enough here. I think the correct move for me is to parry and flaunt. What that does is gets me back up to... Does it get me back up? Maybe it's better to flourish here. Here's where we have to be careful, because if they make a good battery read or a good read on me and I waste a battery, I could be at a disadvantage if they are ahead on battery. But if I flourish a flaunt here, it will definitely put me back into Gloam Locket range. Okay. Looks like they most likely did go for that parry, because it looks like that refund locket charged up or broke. But now I'm back to max HP. I have my Gloam again activated. I don't have to worry about Fashion Vice from Wendell unless they have a parry available. Jane is, I'm not worried about. Wendell comes in. So the only risk here is their parry. Which I think I have to switch out here. I don't know that. I think I need time to charge up another battery. Device, that's fine. Yep. Okay. This gives me a chance to Flicker Glove. Or Round End. But I think Flicker Glove is better here in case they rely on their Gloam Locket. Jane in. Impressionable Jane, interesting. With Jane being in here, it does give me an opportunity to build up another battery with my own Jane and switch in here. Okay, I'll take some pop-ups, eat a hand cannon. It's It's fine. I know I'm faster. So, oh, hand cannon. Okay, not firewall. That's fine. I can use my own hand cannon here. Again, I just want to get a battery. Okay. That pop-ups means that Sayla is no longer a safe switch in. Am I okay with that? I think I am. I want to get this battery first. Let's see. Their window is actually a safe switch in on my hand cannon. I'm gonna just toss in a decoy, just in case they made that switch to Windle. Now I can hand cannon. It means my window is actually also a safe switch in. The issue here is that they charge their battery twice as fast as I do, so I need to be careful not to put myself in a situation where they have more battery, they have enough battery to burn through all my potential parries, and I'm out of fighters to sacrifice. Very fun matchup, two super aggressive teams. Thought it was actually going to be kind of a one-sided match from the first couple turns, but okay. Very smart read, brings in Windle. Okay. Both have a battery here. Fashion Vice does not critical hit. I believe he has Bribe, and then Flaunt can crit here. What would win me the game would be to... I think I have to switch out here. Okay. They go for the Flourish Flaunt. I think that was a Flourish. I don't know why that heals, because Sailor died to pop-ups, but let's see. Looks like that was a Flourish, so we are now even on battery. Obviously I need to bring Windle here. Take my pop-ups. If I burn a parry, still have my Gloam active. So a Flourish Flaunt. What does Croma do here? Does Croma switch and sacrifice Jane? Because he does have a way to go through my parry, but I'm faster. If we both parry, what's the result here? I really think he's going to switch. So what is the move? Croma, what are you doing? Looks like Chroma's not sure what to do either. Let's see. Let's think this through. If I Flourish Flaunt for the critical hit, and they switch, they come back in with a battery, and I don't have one. But, I think it's correct to just Flaunt here, predicting them to switch. Okay, that worked out. that worked out. I don't know. I don't know why they made that play and chose to stay in without parrying, but maybe predicting me to switch. But now from here, I think it's just as simple as a flourish. No, I don't even need a flourish from here. Yeah, that's game. Whew, very intense last match, or last turn there. Nice fun match, Croma. All right, next round. Let's go to challenge. If they use that same team again, window outspeeds fail naturally, but I should be able to find an opportunity to unbutton and raise my initiative there. Okay, they go for an Anora team. So, Anora, Captain Plan, when you flourish, gain 3 charge. I don't know what this team does, so what I'm going to do is just get some information with Fel, get my boost, and play from there. Alright, the biggest threat to my Fel would be Sayla and Cherry. Sayla I have Kaiban to get rid of, but Kaiban is weak to everyone else on their team. Cherry, I can potentially outspeed after an unbutton. If they are not proxy, then my Sayla's Flicker Glove doesn't quite answer their Cherry. Okay, let's see what kind of Tazu we're up against. Firewall, Lunch Invite pop-ups with Back Pocket Locket. Interesting. Lunch Invite or pop-ups or Firewall. Eric is a fine switch in here. Can get a couple charges and then get rid of Lunch Invite, Hunger if I need to with Rebuild. Or even Disruption Wave, get rid of pop-ups immediately. Let's start the timer. Okay, they just come out hitting with Firewall. That's fine. I'm just gonna start with the Disruption Wave. That way I can do more damage with Fireworks next turn. And if they decide to switch into something else, it will become Sad, which is very good against the Anora Captain Plan. The Back Pocket Locket's kind of cool with Lunch Invite because I feel like Tazu does have the opportunity to use all of these attacks 4 times, or at least one of them throughout the match 4 times, and definitely gives her some more utility. I don't know if I like losing out on the Lucky Pendant healing, but Tazu definitely has that flexibility. Disruption Wave, Sad. Okay, Firewall does 34. That puts me out of range after Lucky Pendant healing. Good, gives me an opportunity to Fireworks. I think I win this exchange if I Flourish Rebuild here. They will use their 3rd Firewall, and I'll have an opportunity to use 2 more Fireworks after that. This does give them a chance to switch in like Sayla, but they risk... I don't know. I think it's better to heal here. They go for pop-ups, that's fine. They can't switch out into anything safely. I'm just going to go for the fireworks here. Not too worried about the first layer of pop-ups. At this point, I can disruption wave after. I'd rather get the charge now. Okay, and go for earlier lunch invite. That's going to add up. I like that. Now I can disruption wave. Could disruption wave here. I could also... Yep, I like disruption wave here. And then fireworks after. Just in case they decide to switch. More impactful. And if they decide to pop-ups again, I can just disruption wave next turn. I think what they'll do is firewall here. Just kind of sacrifice Tazu and give something like Sayla a safe switch in. But was really able to kind of cripple the battery gain on Tazu here with that early disruption wave first turn. Or second turn. Okay, pop-ups are gone. What does Tazu decide to do here? Pop-ups again. Okay. That's fine. Because it means I can disruption wave to clear pop-ups for the rest of the game. I don't think they would have two pop-up setters. What's my other option? Just a straight up fireworks. But I think disc wave here is a little bit better. Take the backlash. I will take the hunger damage. What am I threatened by coming in now? I think just Sayla. If they bring in Cherry, I need to calc that. I don't know if Firewall can do it. Cherry doesn't have super high natural digital attack. So Eric comes in. They are almost certainly a faster Eric than my no initiative investment Eric. Do I need Eric for another fighter? Not really. So I think I'm okay sacrificing Eric here to theirs. And they burn their Flare Locket. Okay. Okay, they no longer have an item. It means there's no Gloam Locket. They do have battery, but nothing on their team likes switching into Fel here. They don't like switching into Sayla either. It's not a great opportunity for me to unbutton. If I flourish Riding Crop, they still have a battery, but they're down 2. If I flourish Flicker Glove, it's actually tempting not to flourish Flicker Glove here, or go safe with Tazu. Tazu is going to be good against... We're going to go with Sayla here, running out of time. I could have brought in almost anyone on my team and been fine, but I think just a regular Flicker Glove. Croma should know I'm kind of forced to flourish. I don't... Would they burn a parry here? If they do, it allows Fel to come in, and I'm okay with that. I don't think I need Sayla in the end game. I think Fel can do it just fine. Okay, Sayla comes in, Glad I did not choose to burn my battery there. Thorn Pendant Sayla, okay. Cool. Very cool. Kaiban can come in. Croma is free to switch in any of the other fighters, predicting my Kaiban switch, that's fine. Because I have Tazu in the back. Goes for a Flourish Haymaker. That definitely would have, I think that would have taken out Sayla. No, not quite. But what I can do here is just go for the blackjack, hit whatever comes in. Again, I have Tazu in the back to take a hit. I don't think that Croma wants to sack Sayla here, because Sayla is a good answer to my Fel, especially if I get an initiative boost. Okay, here it comes in, takes a blackjack. Becomes tired, is free to fireworks again. But Tazu's here to stop that. Okay. Potential Blaze of Glory, 156. 56, 70, Blaze of Glory, 6. That does 100 guaranteed. I don't expect them to flourish Blaze of Glory. That would be silly, right? I think that would be crazy. So instead I am going to parry Firewall. Or I could parry pop-ups if I really do expect them. I'm gonna parry Firewall here. I think that'll be more... They do flourish Blaze of Glory. Wow, okay. Very aggressive play, but I guess when you have a Nora captain, that isn't too bad of a deal. Now what do I do? I think Fel has to come in. I want intel and whatever they have, most likely Cherry. I want to know what they're doing here, if they can crit me or not. Looks like they are very fast. Fashion Vice would not get rid of me. Firewall would, and would critical hit. They have Gloam Locket. I think they have to Firewall here. They have to flourish Firewall, right? So if I switch in Sayla, sacrifice Sayla, that means they don't have a battery anymore. They still have a battery. Fel can come in. And maybe I needed to play differently to allow Fel to unbutton earlier. So good, 3 charge again and attacking. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They would still have battery after flourishing again. I don't know that I can get this one. Shoot. I'm just gonna parry and button. Yep, that's game. Well played, Croma. Just had too many answers for my fell and didn't let me get an unbutton off early. Well played. Alright, so that means Croma can't use that team again. Could use that Wendell team, but I think I'm okay with... Do I need to worry about that Wendell team with my fell team here? I think I could handle the Wendell team, so I'm going to use this fell team again. Hope that Croma doesn't have a strong third team up their sleeve. Very good, very aggressive matches, very aggressive teams, very fun. All right. Croma, Jane Cap. Jane Captain with Fell. And Pema. Very cool. They have tiebreaker token. That might be relevant on Fell against Fell, especially if they go max initiative. They also have Pema, which I don't have a strong answer to on this team. What will Croma pick here? Probably... Probably either their own Fell or Pema. Just kind of come in hot and start dealing a ton of damage against me. If they do have Pema, I'll know if they have priority. Okay, Ferran instead. Let's see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeve here. Get my digital boost, that's expected. They have Firm Handshake with Candy Pearls. Okay, I cannot risk a Firm Handshake here. But it means that Sayla switches in pretty much for free. Defensive Farron, Ferran. I can just round in, Firm Handshake, bring in Fell again. I'm gonna start the timer. I don't expect them to switch out, probably just Firm Handshake. Okay. Dizzy, locked. As expected. If I round in, they don't have a way to stop it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I don't want to take too much unnecessary damage by trying to chip away with like Flicker Glove and let something else switch in. I have more round ins than they have Firm Handshakes. So here comes Fell again. So my Fell play is kind of obvious here. They might kind of predict that, and yeah, they have Tiebreaker token. Let's see. Okay, we're both perceptive. Should be obvious who will go first here, and it is them. Identical, almost identical sets. Just different focus here. So I'm the one that's threatened out here with the fireworks. For sure. Riding Crop is also somewhat of a threat, but I'm going to go with Tazu. If they unbutton here, that's very good play. Okay, Tazu in, they fireworks. It's going to put them ahead on the battery game, I think, or at least catch them up. Yep, caught them up. But now what do they have for Tazu? Do they have pop-ups clear? They have potential pop-ups clear here. But I think it's better for me to firewall. Pema can come in. Pema kind of a threat. Super bulky. So the risk here is letting Tazu get too weak to where I can't switch in again on Fel. But one more firewall should be fine. Doing enough. And they're doing nothing. Okay, they take the tire, the backlash should be enough where a flourish firewall takes them out. Yep. I might even consider a flourish pop-ups here. I think I am going to do that. And why I'm doing that is they will take the backlash chip, they'll take the tire chip as well, be down to 25, and then I can just attack with the firewall after that, or a bribe. I'm going to value the pop-ups here first. Especially if they choose to switch here. Put on a lot of pressure. Okay, we go for the haymaker. So take the backlash. Not quite as much chip from backlash because of Pema's ability, but now they have a weakened defense. They could burn their battery here and parry. With Jane Cap, that's always kind of a significant threat. Firewall is not enough to get me though. So I kind of like Eric here. And saving Tazu for potential Jane later. But maybe it's better to bring in Sayla for a round end. So I'm switching because I expect them to parry. If they don't parry, then they lose Pema. Okay, I went for the haymaker there. Take the tired chip. Looks like they chose not to parry there. But now I can flicker glove pretty much for free. The other option is to round end here. If they firewall, I do go down. They have the parry available. Question is, would they do that? Switching Eric here, expecting them to parry firewall. Okay, take not too much from that. They choose again not to do that. Flicker is a threat. Flicker glove is a threat. How much does flicker from you do? It's definitely going to take me out. I think I need to switch in Tazu here. But Tazu is more valuable against the rest of their team, so I'm okay sacrificing Sayla here if they predict me to switch again and go for a firewall. Okay, go for pop-ups. Trying to punish my switching here. Now I can go for a flicker glove. Okay. So Pema's out. We both have a battery now. They have an easy switch into like Kaiben or Jane here, but I have pop-up or round in available if needed. Jane comes in because she threatens more with the digital attack, but does take that pop-ups damage. What is the best play here? I could flourish round in. It's definitely an option. I don't like the idea of them having a battery up against me though, so I'm going to switch in Eric instead. We go for a decoy. Very cool play. Bypass clause is very much a possibility right here. Can I do anything about that? Not really at this point. So maybe it's better to just fireworks. I don't want to spin my battery just to clear 10 pop-ups. Okay, and they predicted me to switch. So they ended up working in my favor. I think still kind of walled here by Jane. 108, no initial investment. They almost have 2 batteries here. Let's see. Unfortunately, Brad does not critical hit. Does a bypass clause from Jane kill Fell? Bypass clause does 68. 108 would be 10. They might have 20. They have any more than 15 there, I'm a threat, or I'm threatened. What do I do here? Really don't want to eat an attack. I think it's better for me to just get some more damage with fireworks. Okay, go for another firewall. Kind of thinking maybe they don't have bypass clause potentially. So maybe a rebuild here is fine. Just burn another turn. I would really like to get Fell in on Jane. How do I do that safely? I need Fell in on Jane with a full battery so that I can unbutton. Okay, let's see if Jane has bypass clause here. Just goes for another firewall. That's 3 firewalls now. Only 1 left. No other way to set up pop-ups, so I'm going to go for the Flourish Disruption Wave here. No parry, okay. Just in case they do go for that bypass clause, yep. Okay, this actually works out because I have a full battery. I have Fell. They can get the unbutton off. They have to switch out here, I think. So if they switch out, who would they go to? Probably Ferran or Kaiban. After which I can just fireworks pretty safely. And at that point, it's just a matter of making sure I keep my battery charged, which if I'm using fireworks, might be able to keep up here. It's going to come down to if they can save Jane and threaten that parry or not. I don't think they can afford to lose Jane here. That captain plan too viable, but they choose to sack Jane. There goes their captain plan. I'm now faster than their fell. And pop-ups are still in the field, so I think Fell takes it from here. So Fell will take pop-ups. I am faster, guaranteed. I can flourish fireworks. And then fireworks again. Okay. And then all I need to do is just sacrifice enough fighters, I think is the right play, until I get another battery. But with that fireworks charge, this might be enough. Fell probably comes back in for the boost. Yep. Okay. They have 2 parries available. My switch is very obvious, but they don't have anyone else to sacrifice to, so I can bring in Tazu here. If I get the backlash chip, it means they can't come in a 3rd time. Okay, I go for the fireworks. It's fine. They could fireworks again here for almost giving them another battery, but they have to parry or use riding crop. So I'm gonna firewall here. I believe this in-game's in my favor just because I have more fighters to sacrifice. They use their last battery there, which means I'm free to bring in my Fell here with the full battery. Fireworks for free because they did not use an opportunity to unbutton. If they'd unbuttoned when I switched to Tazu on my predicted Tazu switch, this might have been a different game. But unfortunately that didn't happen. Kaiban can come in. Pop-ups. Goes down to fireworks, and then Fell goes down to fireworks or to pop-ups as well. Very fun matches. I like your team's Croma, very aggressive. Definitely my kind of play style. Good game.